All right, so again, just solving these using the augmented matrix. All right, so we have 2 minus 1 minus 8, 2, 1, 8. So I think I'm going to do two operations at once. So I'm going to take 1/2 row 1 and make that my new row 1. Then I'm going to take a minus row 1 plus row 2, and that's my new row 2. So if I take minus that plus that, that'll give me a 0. So I'm just looking ahead to make things easier for myself. Now, if you want to do one operation at a time, that's fine. You could do the 1/2 first. Then on the next one, you could take 2 times the first row plus, or minus 2 times the first row plus the second row and do that. Or however you want to do it. As long as you're doing proper row operations, that's all that matters. So that's going to be a 1, a minus 1/2, and then half of that's going to be a minus 4. Now minus that plus that's going to be 0. Minus that plus that's going to give us what? A 2. Minus that plus that's going to give us a 16. All right. Now I need a 1 in this position. So if I take 1/2 row 2 and make that my new row 2, that should be my next step. So 0, 1, and half of 16 is 8. So I know x2 is equal to 8. So now I need to get this to be 0. So if I take 1/2 row 2 plus row 1 and make that my new row 1, then I should be good there. So if I do that, my second row stays the same. Now I'm going to take half of this plus that's 1, half of that plus that's going to be 0, half of this is going to be 4, minus 4 is going to be 0. And so what does that tell me? Well, that tells me x1 is 0 and x2 is equal to 8. Okay. Now we're going to check that. So we'll take 2 times 0 minus 8 equals minus 8. Well, that's 0 minus 8. That checks. And then we'll have 2 times 0 plus 8, and that's equal to 8. Well, that's 0 and 8 equals 8. So that one checks. So that is my solution. So if we write it as x1 equals x2 equals, or we can say 0, 8 as well. So that would be another way to write this one. Okay. Let's see if we can do another one here. All right, so let's write our augmented matrix. 2 minus 4 minus 4 minus 3, 6, 4. Well, first thing I'm going to do is take half of row 1 and make that my new row 1. So half of that's 1, half of that's minus 2, and half of that's a minus 2. Then I have a minus 3, a 6, and a 4. So if I take 3 times row 1 plus row 2, make my new row 2, that would give me, I probably didn't leave enough room on that side, so that's going to be 1, minus 2, minus 2. And minus 3 plus 3, that's going to be 0. So that's going to be minus 6 plus 6, that's going to be 0. And that's going to be a minus 6 plus 2, so that's going to be a minus 2. And we're back to 0 equals a minus 2, so no solution. Okay. So those are kind of nice because there's no check, there's nothing to do. You just hope you did all the work right and you get done. All right, so let's stop there and do another one.